Well, today's video is me kind of walking up to check on the cows, and it also gives me a chance to talk about spring green up. This particular field right here was where we held the bulls and the 3 heifer calves for a period of time, and you can see they have it pretty well eaten down. And this coming up here, where the hay ring is an area that has not been grazed for a while. I think this was last grazed in late winter. I think we came in here for about a day or two, and you can see, well, actually it was December, second week of December was the last time we were in here. So that would have been early winter. And this paddock over here, 2B, we were in here a couple of weeks ago. I was moving the cattle down to where I could pull the bulls off the herd and put them in isolation for a few months until the end of June came. And so as you can see, we've got a lot of regrowth in this area. The grasses are coming on pretty strong. And so we'll be coming in here in probably, I don't know, maybe three weeks. I'm starting to go through a late spring rotation, which means that I'm going to be on a paddock, 1 acre paddock, for probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. I think this last one that I put them in, and we get up there, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. They have been in there. Today is their second day in there, and I think, you know, if you wanted to push it really hard, you could put them in there for a week. But then I wouldn't be back in there probably for 3 months. So anyway, they'll have some long rest periods before they come back into these paddocks. I've added an extra 10, 11, maybe 12 acres into their rotation. So really, if you look at that, that could be, depending on how long I run them in there. So let's just say it's 6 days. Now all of a sudden you're in there for an additional 70 days or so. So that really spreads my rotation out to about almost close to a half of a year. So these paddocks should all have rested really well before we come back in. Of course, this is the beginning, so some of these paddocks are not going to have as much grass in them, like this one. This one was last grazed about 3 weeks ago, maybe, something like that. But anyway, we're going to go up here. We're going to take a look at where the cows are at and how they're doing this morning. Check on the calves, the newest one, 120. He didn't know how to just lay down. Every time I came near him, and near him is like 20 feet, he was up and moving someplace else. So the rest of them all just laid there. They had no desire to get up. This could be the same thing this morning. They've been up eating. They're probably laying in the shade somewhere. And if that's the case, we'll just take a look at the cattle, see how they're doing, make sure we don't have any issues, count all the calves, and I'll go over and check the water station, make sure we don't have any issues with it. As you know, if you've been following my videos, I've had trouble with that water station. Not holding the float valve shut. So I think I've solved that issue. The little tab that the float is attached to apparently has direction that it has to be installed at. And I had it 180 degrees out. So I turned it around and it seemed like it's holding. And so anyway, well, we've got some of them up, some of them laying down still. It's possible some of the cows were up so that the calves could nurse. But you can see we've still got a lot of feed in here. And like I said, they've been in here. This begins the second day. Well, actually, probably this afternoon will be a full day. If I remember right, we moved them around 3 or 4 o'clock. And that was on Sunday. Today is Tuesday. And so there they are. That's 44. You can tell by her short hairs on her tail. They have started growing back some, but I think we're still not seeing any regrowth to speak of. So at least it's not still losing. And there's a grandma down there, and I would say that's her calf. Yeah, number 14. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 calves. So all the calves are here. Girls are all laying down. Which one is this? That's 12. She just had her calf. And she did a good job for her first calf heifer. She had a little bull calf, which I immediately made a steer about an hour and a half after it was born. And so it's up. They all seem to be doing good. It's a good herd. Right, girls? That's number 13. Hopefully she breeds this year. That's 112. That's 111 over there. And I don't know, my other two are laying in there somewhere. I got 222. I think that's it right there. And I don't know, I can't see 411. I think that might be it laying there in the middle. So it's hard to say when they got the backs to it. But anyway, we've got them in here. We're gonna walk up, take a look at the water station. Now here's the place here. They found some really nice grass in there apparently, because they've just about ate it all. So anyway, you can't leave them in too long. After about 3, maybe 4 days, the grass starts to regrow and they're gonna be over there eating that and leaving the older grass alone. So I normally would take and subdivide these paddocks into smaller slices. So instead of doing the strip grazing through here, I have elected this time to just let them graze at their leisure, which is more of a continuous grazing, non-select model. And it has its upsides and downsides. Okay, looks like one of the cows took a drink with a mouthful of weeds. Well, I can understand why they spit that out. Broadleaf weed. Buckhorn, maybe. Anyway, you can see in here where we got some crabgrass that's starting to come on. They decided that it was very tasty, and they have it eaten down very short. This over here is the native warm seasons. I don't know if I'm going to put the cows on this year. This is the actual 4th year for this 2 small paddocks at 1 acres each about. And you can see there's a lot of diversity in here, a lot of legumes. There are some forbs, and of course the natives, and they're just starting to come on pretty good. So it's still early in the season. Probably the end of June, 1st of July, you will really start to see this at its peak, and shortly after that we'll start to see it go to seed. And I think this year I'm just going to let it seed out, let the birds have it, the deer. We'll keep the cattle off of it and see if we can't see some additional seeds sprouting next year from some of the seeding that we get off the plants. So anyway, that would be my video for the day. And I know it's a long video. I don't normally do a long video, but I thought I would go ahead and post this longer video just so that you can kind of get an idea what I do every morning when it's time to go check the cattle. I look at different things, and again, you can see in here that they have began to nibble down what is in some of these areas. So apparently that's the things they like the best. It's probably the most tender. It's just started to come on, and so they're going to be eating that stuff first. Here's an area they haven't even touched, but that was probably someplace where they had urinated during the winter. So anyway, this is one of the paddocks that we were in early spring. So that would have been the first part of March, second week of March, something like that, that we came in here. And so now it's been a period of about a month since they were in here. And so this is, like I said, my late spring rotation, meaning that this won't be grazed again until the summertime. I haven't really thought about too much how I'm going to move these cows around to get them to where I need them for beginning my winter stockpile, which will be in the 1st of October. Or I'm sorry, the 1st of August, 1st of October. That begins our fall rotation. So anyway, there's the girls. A lot more of them up. And we'll see you later, girls. And you all have a blessed day in whatever you're going to do today.